Hello, everybody. Real Estate Ninja here. We're going to talk about insurance companies that are now canceling insurance policies based off of them spying into your backyard using drone footage. We're also going to talk to you about how to file a claim against the insurance company if, in fact, you're canceled. And this is a very interesting story because this is going to be a bigger story, I believe, throughout this year as insurance companies are in crisis mode and they are figuring out any which way they can to cancel certain people, certain demographics. And when I say demographics, they're going to use the word high risk because they're trying to alleviate risk, like in California with wildfire concerns, or in Florida with flooding and hurricane concerns. More companies are going to be canceling homeowners policies. And in my opinion, this is going to cause a deluge of properties on the market, hitting the market. Why? Because there are a lot of Airbnbs that are not rented like they used to be. There are also a lot of people that have second homes that are having to deal with this, and they're just going to walk away. Okay, so here we go. First story is out of WTF9. Insurance companies are canceling homeowners policies using drone and aerial photos. Now, I personally have talked with a subscriber from Southern California that had their insurance homeowners policy canceled about a year ago because they said that there was too much clutter in their backyard, thus causing a fire risk. It says this is out of Orlando, Florida, which is already having a massive issue with this. Hashtag if you've heard about this or what state you've heard about this happening from. It says homeowners insurance, it's a necessity many may not think much about as they pay to renew their policies year after year, as reported by our sister station, Boston 25. So imagine receiving a letter that your longtime insurer highlighting several property problems and suddenly needed to be addressed. That's exactly what happened to one Malden homeowner. She said, I felt like I was blindsided. If you look at things they asked me to do, it was a significant amount of money. Actually, this comes from a gentleman named John Intramont, who has owned his Malden home for more than 40 years. He carried homeowners insurance through the same insurer the entire time and had never been notified of any issues. But late last August, he got a letter from his insurer, and this is a current news story, just so you know, detailing pricey repairs. They needed a plan from him within 60 days. Get the moss off the roof, trim back trees, the branches that are hanging over the house, and get some, in their case, they had said, get some shingles, some added shingles. He quickly started gathering estimates. He got tree work done and reached out to his insurance agent to keep her updated on his progress, but it wasn't enough. According to John, November 3rd, he gets a notification that they have decided to cancel his homeowner's policy. As a matter of fact, let me break away and tell you a comment that I just received from a subscriber. In an email, it said, I just bought a home, got the insurance, got qualified for the mortgage, because you have the mortgage company will absolutely ring you over the coals and can accelerate your note if you don't have insurance, right? So all of that worked out, and he got his insurance. They canceled him after 90 days. And he is up the creek. He's going to scramble for other insurance quotes, and he says they are costing him more money. Speaking of mortgage, that QR code, if you're interested, the pre-filming discount is now out for Mortgage Master and Mortgage Master 2.0, the cash flow investor series. And I am going to tell you, when you get through with these courses and we're halfway done finished filming them and editing them, you are going to save thousands and thousands of dollars on your next refi or your next purchase, whether it be for rentals or homes, okay? Now, or I'll put a link down below. In Massachusetts, insurers have the right to not renew policies as long as they provide a homeowner with a 45-day written notice before the policy's expiration and specific reasons for the decision. Now, I want to also say something else that's interesting. I don't know this for sure, but I know that I do know for sure that insurance companies have this world network, this national network of claims. When you put in a claim against a property, it stays on the file, whether that be the VIN number on a vehicle or the address of a home or the lot block and track number of a parcel of real estate. And what happens is they can go back and look if there were any claims put on it and why, right? And that leads to their decision of pricing and or if they're even going to insure you altogether. And I don't know this for sure, but I have a feeling that if an insurance company cancels you for a specific reason, that will probably be recorded. And that could be disastrous for people that get canceled. And look at State Farm. They've announced what? 27,000, I believe, homeowners policies are going to be canceled in California starting in July. They've given tons and tons of notice. This is a big deal. Now, all of this was done in John's case, but he says he'd never filed any claims with his insurer and had never been notified of any defects with his home. So why now? His daughter has an unconfirmed hunch that aerial images may have been used, and according to Emily Rogan with the consumer advocacy organization, United Policyholders, that isn't so unusual these days. So, and I've told you that from my deal, we specifically have a subscriber, I don't know if he is watching right now, that had his policy canceled in Southern California, and they actually sent him the aerial photo of the back of his yard. Now, let's move on to filing claims, because I think this is really important. How to file a claim if your insurance policy is canceled because of drone footage. And this is based off of another homeowner that said she just wanted to be, she didn't want her name out there, so they're identifying her as J, received a letter from her longtime issuer. In her words, the letter that contained this very grainy black and white photo that could be of our house, but you really can't tell. The letter provided more information about that photo. They had taken aerial surveillance photos of our property and had determined that we had branches overhanging on our roof. And they supplied us the photo. They also said they could not determine the condition of the roof. So they sat there and canceled the policy. Now, John Buckman is the vice president of client relations with Norwood Insurance. He says having your policy not renewed or canceled could cost you. If you get in front of this before cancellation, it's a good thing. Then that cancellation isn't on record. Okay, so he's even saying, this vice president of relations from an insurance company is saying that these insurance cancellations will stick with the property. If you do get canceled, many other companies may not want to write you or underwrite you, and you may have to go to the Massachusetts Fair Plan, which might be a little more expensive. A spokesperson from the Massachusetts Office of Consumer Affairs and Business Regulations tells Boston 25 that insurers do have the right to general information about the properties they're insuring, and it is possible that insurers are not renewing policies for issues that didn't trigger policy non-renewals in the past. That's a really nice way of saying that they're actually doing this. So Buchanan says, contact the agent as soon as possible, your insurance agent, because time is of the essence, because there is a little time frame of when they put the notice of they put it out and when it will be canceled, and you still have that time frame to work on possibly getting the policy back into effect. Jay is still hoping her agent will be able to get her policy reinstated. She urges all homeowners to take stock of their properties and take care of anything that looks concerning. I got to be honest with you. I think this is a gross misuse of surveillance for insurance companies, but insurance companies are in a crisis, and I think that's going to lead to a massive downturn in real estate prices. So that's why I want you prepared. And if you want to get ready, one of the things to get ready is to learn the mortgage industry inside and out and be ready to where you walk into a bank because you found a smoking deal on a foreclosure, an REO, or just the market turning down as inventory is increasing. Then check out the Mortgage Master course. If you want, it's a pre-filming discount. There's a QR code, links down below. I hope you guys have a great day, and the Real Estate Ninja is out.